Hey everyone, just want to get started. I picked up a new bag today. I am thrilled for this one. A couple of reasons. So I've been traveling more, and my current camera bag, although it is the best I have found to carry my belongings and my gear while traveling, hasn't been the best for me to transition. And I'm going to do a separate video on the Peak Designs Everyday backpack that I just picked up versus your traditional camera bag. But here's going to be my first impressions of this. I really like the innovation of Peak Design. So the reason they caught my eye was first for their capture clip that I could strap on my bag. I tend to be outdoors a lot, and it was a way for me to have my camera strapped on a strap for easy access, although I did have a very traditional bag as far as, you know, side access and things like that. But I'm going to get into today the first impressions of this Peak Designs bag, and then moving into that I'll do further videos with some of the other comparisons, and then a version 2 of what's in my bag. So here we go. Alright, to get started, we're going to start on the back, and just to show you one of the things, and it's the small details that really attracted me to some of the innovations in their bag. So in carrying a lot of weight, a sternum strap is a must for me. These are not present on most of the Manfrotto bags, so that's one reason why I went away from their gear. One reason I do like this is because of how it is attached. You can slide the strap in and out. Now this side is the side it's actually meant to be on. It's engineered a little differently with some tighter fit and tolerance, but you have specific slots here, so it's not going to slide up and down on you and adjust as you're moving. But the sternum strap is really important for me just because of the fact that it helps disperse a lot of that weight, because typically when I am using this bag for my photo gear, I'm also hiking, and I do have additional gear in there. That being said, that is what brought me to this bag and the capability of it. With these straps, the feature I really like is that they swivel, so they're not stitched in one place. This gains for better access and movement to make it a little more comfortable on you, and it's going to fit a wider variety of bodies. It does have your ESPN alert. It does have your pass-through here for your luggage, so you can turn it sideways, and there is a handle for that carry. But as you can tell, once you pick this bag up, you're going to be able to see that it is exceptionally light for the durable material it has. I've looked at a lot of outdoor bags, you know, North Face bags, trying to turn them into camera bags, or vice versa, your heavier duty camera bags, trying to make them hiking packs, and a lot of unnecessary weight. So this is using a very durable, weather resistant material, and the actual fabric isn't coated with anything, but the stitching or the threads are what is weather resistant, so that's going to keep it out. You're going to have the patented Peak Designs quick latches here to adjust the straps, a nice big carry handle at the top. I like this because it's thicker and padded, so it's not going to cut into your fingers like your typical backpacks do. I love and absolutely love this. So aside from the weather sealed zippers, you have several pouches, and this is a secondary pouch I'll get into. You have several pouches and pockets up here at the top. So in this top pouch here, you can put your small accessories or your quick access items like wallets, set of keys, things like that if you're out on a hike. But you have two pockets in here. The first is going to be for, you know, a tablet, and then the second can hold anything up to a 15-inch laptop. The reason that's important for me is with some of the other bags, they may not have a laptop slot, you know, so I was looking at the backlight from Mindshift or some other low pro bags, and they may not have had the laptop spot. And the reason that's important is, for me, that serves dual purpose when I'm out hiking as my camelback or water bladder pocket. So with my current pack, the Fastpack 250, I could utilize that. And again, in the comparison, I'll touch on it, but this gives you a lot more flexibility to use the bag in non-traditional purposes and repurpose it for whatever task is at hand. So I'm in love with the flexibility there, and I really do like how it's a top load because it doesn't take away from the other design of the bag. Getting to the front of the bag, you'll notice the Peak Design patented clip here. You pull down, it's got an elastic feedback. It is magnetic, so it adheres really quickly. But the way this works is you have this hook, this clasp here, and this hooks underneath these bars. So it gives a very good hold, and nothing's going to slide up or pull out on you. And then just to release it, you pull down with the elastic, and it releases from the clasp. So I really like that. I do like how if I am out hiking, I can have several more items in the top here, and it gives it the ability for expansion. Or if you need to top load something and have it across the top, that's another option as well. As far as the rest of the outside, I did mention the handle already. You have pockets on each side, and these pockets are, note to self, always check battery levels before recording. Anyway, the other thing I like is with the sides of the pack here, these are pleated or creased in a way that it hides the fabric that's used to expand, but the pockets themselves can expand a considerable amount. To that extent to where they can hold a tripod or a large Nalgene water bottle, and this is where the straps are hidden for the external carry. So I'm not really going to go too much into the external carry just because there's so many ways you can hook and tie into some of these loops that are fixed on the outside, either crisscross or in creative ways. I'm going to leave that up to you, but just know that that capability is there. One thing I'll show you is on other side loading bags, most companies tend to avoid putting a pocket on, or a pocket or a storage area on the side loaded area. And I think that's a great utilization of space and gives you more flexibility in what you can carry. Now the main reason I want this bag is its creative way to store items. Now let me get this pack out, and you're gonna see in here you have your dividers, the patented Peak Design dividers. The reason these are important is because not only do they create shelves, but you can subdivide in each shelf, as you can see here. So you can either do what they call a pass-through, to where you can have something just lay on its side, or you can create pockets. So if you wanted a shelf and a pocket for each individual lens, you could do that just the same. Now on the bag itself, each side you're going to have, and this is where they really utilize space the best, these little pockets that are built into the side wall of the bag. So it's going to give you some space to store some items in there, and this is a stretch fit material, so it can even expand out farther than the side wall itself. Now, where this bag really excels is the ability to customize the inside here. These are similar to a hook and loop design, a little more sophisticated fabric in there, so it's going to be a little more resilient. But the one thing that I really enjoy, aside from the customization, is the flexibility it gives me when I'm traveling. And I'm going to get into this more when I do the comparison for those of you that travel with a carry-on or with a Pelican case for your gear. I was having trouble with being able to carry my everyday type of gear or condense down into just a carry-on without having to check a bag. And the reason that is because I wasn't able to fully utilize my camera bag to carry my other belongings. Because in your typical camera bag, you're going to have cordoned off areas that you can't easily manipulate. Where here, if you want to manipulate something, you basically just punch down your dividers, and then you can unhook a section and lay it flat. Unhook a section and lay it flat, and then you have this whole container that you can stick your belongings in and really adjust your dividers back in a super quick fashion that you can't do on other camera bags. And that gives me the flexibility to use this, like they say, as an everyday bag or as my other carry-on bag while my camera gear is in my Pelican case. So first impressions of this, made exceptionally well. Innovation is at a premium. You're not going to see the innovation in this bag or from this bag in other bags. That's just it. Every other manufacturer may do a little tweak here or there. You may have one and not the other and have to sacrifice quite a bit. In my opinion, this bag gives you all the flexibility in one package, and really the durability of it and the water resistance and weatherproofing to an extent makes this the best all-around bag that I've seen, and it holds true to its name. So Peak Design, in my opinion, hit a home run with this one. They have the everyday in the truest sense of the word. You can use this for a carry-on bag. You can use this for your camera gear, and you can use it as a convertible bag to adapt to any situation. So if you like this, check it out. I'll leave some links below. Pick this up at my local camera store. Remember to buy local. You know, everywhere is going to have it about the same price, but Houston Camera Exchange always takes care of me, and definitely hit that like button if you like seeing more of this. I've got more videos on the way in comparison. Subscribe and share, and I will have some other videos coming out soon on some of the accessories that can go along with it, like this field pouch when I do my what's in my camera bag 2.0 once I get it all loaded up. So appreciate the views. Just hit 100 subscribers. I'll do a video for that, but thanks for the support, and I'll keep it going. Go tell your friends.